What is going on, guys? How you guys doing? Getting set up here. Let me I gotta post a link here. Let me see. Put it up on Instagram. Who's in here right now? What's going on, Moki? How you doing, man? All right, I got it on Instagram. Let me post it up on Twitter. Let me see. Twitter. What should I write here? What's up, Jack Sparrow? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. My mouse is dying. Hopefully it doesn't die during the stream. All right. Bitcoin. Hashtag Bitcoin. All right, so I posted it up on Twitter. Let me make sure that my groups here know that it's about to go down right now. And here. All right, I think we're pretty much set. Awesome. All right, we got 9 people in here. Now we're starting to get some people in here. Yes, August was definitely a very green month. We're gonna take a look at the monthly candles here in a second. Let me see. I have my mouse charging right now because it was blinking like it was about to die. Who else is in here? Do I think September is gonna be a red month? So historically, September has been a down month, not only for Bitcoin but for just the market overall, like even the stock market. Historically, in the stock market, September is a red month. I don't think we've had a green month in September since like 2017, something like that. We'll take a look back on it now. But so far, so good. So far, we've got moves up in not only Bitcoin, but also in Ethereum and a lot of other of the altcoin projects. So we're gonna take a look at that. I'm letting my mouse charge for a couple minutes, and then we'll jump in, letting some people join the stream. We're up to 14 people right now. Appreciate you guys. What's going on, Aaron? How you doing? Chandesh. Yeah, I definitely see Ethereum hitting up 4,000 very soon. There's not much resistance in the way on the way up there. So there's going to be some minor resistances like 3,800 for example. But it's nothing major. So we should see a break above that sooner rather than later. Although we could still kind of come back and test, kind of retest and confirm 3,500 before then continuing up. So it is a possibility, and I'll show you how it happened previously. Let me go ahead and grab my mouse here. So you can see, we can see something like this. You see how we had the breakout here? And then after we broke above, we retested this level multiple times over before finally taking off. There is a scenario where that happens. That's a very common thing to happen, where we break above a level that's been a resistance and retest it. And the retest is usually like a confirmation. So you could even see down here, we had the same thing. We broke above, retested it, then took off, right? So that retest happens very, very frequently, but it doesn't happen all the time. So you'll see here, when we broke out of this, there was no retest. We just took off. And if you just kind of go through it, you'll see a lot of times, you know, that'll happen. Here, there's no retest there of 4,000, or I mean of the 3,500. It just kind of took off. See, here there was a retest, but here there's no retest. Here there's no retest. Here there's no retest. So it just depends how bullish something is. Usually there's retests on the way up, but not always. So it's just something that you got to take into account, especially if you're scalping. Make sure you're taking profits along the way up, so that if there is that pullback and that retest, you can re-enter brand new positions there and write it up again, and essentially taking profits twice from the same move, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Arbaz Mohammed, how you doing, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Mon W, what's up? No, it's not an Apple mouse. It's a what is it? Logitech, I think. It's this. It's a Logitech mouse. But I haven't charged it in probably like a month, and I use it like all the time. So it's all good though. Let me see. Put some trade just above 3.7K. Let's see, or is it done for today? I mean, there's no way to know if it's done for today or not. Just make sure that you're taking profits along the way. All right. Make sure you're setting up a stop loss in the event that that it retraces back down. You can stop out at a minimal. And when there's moves up, make sure that you're trailing aggressively with those stops, so that you know you can take profits in profit and not stop out. You know what I mean? But it's definitely going to continue. It's just a matter of time. You know, anything could really happen before it continues. We can see a drop down before, you know, it heads back up. Paola, hi, how you doing, Paola? David Fear, what's going on, man? Moki, no, I do not have any Atom, and I have no idea. I've never, I don't think I've even looked at its chart ever. What's going on? We definitely blowing up. Look at this Ethereum chart. Ibrahim from Indonesia, Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm saying it with a American accent, right? Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm sure that's not how you say it. Thank you for tuning in, though. Welcome. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin here. We've been live now for how long? 12 minutes. That's more than enough time to let people jump in, right? Before we start our analysis here. Make sure that you guys are smashing that like button, guys. If you're in here, we have 24, 25 people in here, but only 6 likes, guys. Make sure to smash the like button. Let me see. All right, so let's take a look at why am I stuck here? I'm like hitting something. It's not letting me move up. So taking a look at Bitcoin, you can see that we're still pretty much in the same spot. So if you watched Monday's video, we spoke about this channel that we're trading within currently, and you can see that we're still within the channel. So we've continued to test the bottom of this channel, and it's continued to hold there. So we got to see what happens next. We're still in a very tight spot here, where essentially, you know, this is the range that we have, right? Basically between 50K and that 48K range is, let me see, yeah, around 48K is where the channel is before that resistance. So something needs to happen here soon. This is also known right here. You see how it's a straight resistance and an ascending line. This is known as a flat top. So basically, you know, we keep getting rejected at the top at that same price, but we're still kind of ascending upwards, right? So this is known as a flat top pattern here. It's pretty much a bullish pattern. So hopefully we get that breakout very soon here. And when we do get that breakout, we could expect it to move up. I've been saying between 52 to 55 is my target once we get that break. If you kind of look at, let me pull this up here. If you look at this right here, right? So this is how much interest there is within these prices, right? So you'll notice that when looking at this, there's a drop off here in volume. So there's a drop off in activity in people buying and selling. That means that it's easier for the price to move once we get through this area right here. It's going to be easier for the price to move between basically here, which is around 50, you know, up to back where all the activity comes back in. So the activity starts coming back in around that $55,000 area. And you'll notice there's a big window here where there's just really not that much, and that starts around after 50,000 all the way up till about 53,000. So there's a gap there, the same way that we had this gap right here. Remember, we spoke about this gap, this drop off, and we said, you know, once we get above all this activity here, we have a drop off here, and we should just, you know, be able to get through that pretty easily. And that's more or less what we did. It wasn't like a one shot up like last time, but we did move through it pretty quickly without any major moves back. So we could possibly, once we're able to finally break above 50, we could possibly expect you know, a grind up to 55K. I think that's gonna be the next main target there. So that's what we're going to be watching in Bitcoin. Now, for that to happen, and as that happens, altcoins are probably also going to be moving up with it. And you guys can see here right now, Bitcoin dominance is dropping, and it has been dropping since July, right? So basically all of August, Bitcoin's dominance dropped. That's why altcoins have been running so much, right? There's been a bunch of projects here. Let's take a look at coin market cap, see what the altcoins are looking like here. We got 35 people in here. What is going on, guys? Make sure to smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. All right, so let's take a look here. So you see the overall market cap is up 4%, over 4% today. So we're over $2 trillion. Ethereum's up 8% today in the last 24 hours. It's up 14% in the last 7 days, right? So that's really more like in the last 2 days. Cardano, let me see. Solana just continues. It's crazy. Solana has been insane. It's up 62% in the last 7 days. Polkadot up 21% in the last 7 days. What other big movers do we have here? VeChain's up 10% today. Avalanche up 13 today. FTX token, that's up 29% today. That's crazy. Atom is up 25%. Didn't someone ask me about Atom? Yeah, it's up 8.9% on the days, up 25% in the last 7 days. So yeah, so we've had some big movement here. A lot of big movers. Let's look at the fear and greed index. You'll see that we're currently at 71, right? And another interesting thing here that I've been watching, crypto bull, what was it? Bull, I forgot what it was called. Bull market index or something like that. Let me see. Hold up. I have it on my phone somewhere. It's called crypto. I think it's this here. Yeah, here we go. So this is something interesting. This is called the crypto Bitcoin bull run index. And basically it takes a bunch of things into account, right? So it takes in the golden ratio into account, takes in the Bitcoin search term on Google into account, the stocks to flow chart into account, the pi cycle top indicator, the 2-year moving average, the Bitcoin low trend line. I don't even know what that is. Some other and a bunch of other stuff you'll see here, including like the reserve risks, the how much is being held, etc., etc. So if you go back and you look at this historically throughout all the bull cycles, you'll see that the blue line here is the CBBI confidence. The orange line is the Bitcoin price, right? And then these right here, this is the block housing. So that's every time we've had a halving. So you'll see here back in 2013 when this went all the way up that it was up at 100 is when the Bitcoin price was at its peak, right? And then there was a big drop off. This went all the way down, and then we had the next halving and in 2016, and then we had the 2017 bull market, right? When this hit 100, the price was around $19,000, right? So again, it kind of called the top. So it's called the top twice here. And then it dropped all the way back down. And then currently, when we were at the all-time highs, let me see if I could find the exact all-time high here. Can't find the exact all-time high, but you'll see that when we were at 63,000, this was up to 76. So it was close, but it has not yet hit 100 like it did in this bull cycle and like it did in this bull cycle. Here, you can see that we hit 87 before and went back down, and then it peaked for its all-time high. So maybe we might be seeing something like that where, we go up, we kind of go down a little bit, and then we go and peak. So that's something interesting that we're watching here to see what develops. Doesn't mean that this is going to be right just because it's kind of been right the past two cycles. But it's just something interesting to add on to another tool, right, that you're watching to try to piece that puzzle together. So right now, currently, where we're at today, let's see, we're at about 62, I believe, right now. Let's see. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's zoom into the last 6 months here. So the height of it, we were at 75, 76. Currently, we're at about 59, right? So just something interesting to take into account, and it's not something, to live and die by. Just something else to keep an eye on. So this is definitely very interesting here. Ada, what's going on, Ada? How you doing, Ada? Why is 88 stuck though? I mean, it's not really stuck. It just had a huge move. You know what I mean? 88 Cardano just had a crazy move. It just moved up 100% in less than a month. So I would not call it stuck. 100% move in less than a month. I definitely don't call that stuck. It's going to consolidate for a while. It's not just going to only move up. Now we still do have the upgrade coming soon in less than 2 weeks. So I think as that approaches, we can possibly see a new move to the upside and beyond $3. So that's definitely something that's in the cards right now, and that could be at play. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's stuck. It's over 100% in less than a month, in about 3 week span. It needs to breathe. It needs to cool down. Look at the RSIs. We're completely overbought. So it needs to cool down and come back down for a bit. So just gotta wait and see what happens there. But we're still right there. We're right there at the all-time highs. All-time highs is currently at 302, and we're at 286. We've gone as high as 294 today, and it's up 3% today. So Guillermo, what's going on? Guillermo, I mean, there's no way to really know, right? The only thing we know is that Bitcoin in September, and not only Bitcoin, but just the market overall, has historically been red during Septembers. So Septembers are usually not too good for the markets. And not just crypto, but like even the stock market. So it's hard to know what's going to happen, right? the next thing, we're right at resistance right now. We're at that $50,000 resistance. There could be a pullback. You know, that's definitely possible. There could be a scenario where we have a pullback back down to 42,000. As you guys know, prices like to retest levels, and we never retested 42. So there could possibly be a scenario where during this month of September, we retest 42,000 and then continue up after that. But there's no way to know for sure. The other thing that we currently see in the market on the charts is bearish divergence. You guys can see that the momentum has been dropping in Bitcoin, but the price has continued going up. So these two things, they're going in opposite directions. So that creates a bearish divergence. So what does that mean? That means that that's usually a sign that we either have to have a pullback or we have to have a consolidation for a more significant amount of time. So, I mean, you guys saw it here. Remember here when we had a bullish divergence, price was going down, right? And momentum was going up. So we spoke about this when that was happening. We said, you know, this is a bullish divergence. Now we're getting it in the opposite direction. Now we're getting a bearish divergence there. So, I mean, it's something that happens all the time. You can even see if you zoom out further, when we were going to all-time highs, prices were going up, but you can clearly see here momentum was going down. And that was an early sign of a pullback at some point, right? But look how long that lasted for, right? That was like that from January all the way till April when it finally happened. So this doesn't mean that that's the drop is gonna happen right away. But it could be a sign that eventually there is going to be a drop, right? So right now we're just kind of seeing what develops, and we just gotta play it by ear. You know, we have to see how the prices develop, you know, what happens, etc., and go from there. So for long-term positions, I'm not worried. I'm not doing anything with my long-term positions. Once we get above 50K, I'll start taking some small profits and building up a cash position in my portfolio in the event of a dip. For my long-term positions, right now for short-term, I'm just trading these levels. You know, I'm trading the 48,000 level, trading the 50K level. I'm looking for any pullbacks to enter and trade those as well. So, you know, there's no way to know and predict what's going to happen this month. We just got to see what develops and play the prices, you know, play it as it comes, play that price action. Not stuck. Cardano analysis, please. Well, we just went over Cardano, guys. Um, it's, you know, the same thing. We spoke about it yesterday as well. I mean, not yesterday, on last week as well. It's had 100% move up. It needs to break. Like, it needs to rest, right? And you see that the momentum is dropping as well. Same thing as in the Bitcoin chart. There could be one more leg up when the upgrade comes, or coming up, you know, as we approach the upgrade in less than 2 weeks. But other than that, we're just consolidating under the all-time highs. This is a bull flag currently there, as you guys can see it. You know, we had the big move, and we have the consolidation. So that's a very common pattern after such a big move like this. So we went over 100% in under a month. So you know, it needs a little bit to breathe. Which website? Banuth or Banuda? Leo, what's going on? Leo, how you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Tanuj, it depends on you, man. That's really up to you. That's your call. Um, I'm not moving anything in my long-term portfolios um, as of right now, regardless of how the market is historically in September. But it's up to you. It depends on your risk tolerance and all that. Yes, consolidation is always healthy, guys. So let's take a look here at Ethereum now. Well, actually, before we do that, where's my other chart? Here it is. So this is an interesting platform I've been kind of looking at here. And this is also Bitcoin. This is the hourly chart though. So this is kind of cool because it kind of shows you orders. Let me see if I don't think it's working right now. Let me see. Let me reset it here. Let me refresh it to see. Okay, there we go. So right now we're in the 1 hour. Can we go to the 4? Nah. So it only lets us go to the 1 hour here. But you can see the orders that are placed at each level. So for example, over here, you can see that there was 6.15 million orders. Well, I don't know if it's dollars or in orders. This is something I'm still looking at. I just started messing around with this platform probably like a day ago. But it gives you an idea where there's a lot of money, right? So by looking at this, you could have kind of seen that we would get a bounce at this level here, right? And so you'll notice that after that drop right there, we got this bounce right here. That's exactly where these big orders were. And then we got a bounce again right here, which is around the same area. And then if you look up here, you'll see that there's a lot of sell. There was a lot of sell orders up here. And that's right before $50,000. So that's in that $49,000 range. So I'm still playing with this platform and learning it. As I learn it, I'll get more deeper into it. But right now, zooming in, you can kind of see here the orders that are here right now. So you see 8.23 million orders here at 48,300, right? There's a bunch of sell orders up here, 3.9 million. There's 5 point. So there's a bunch of people selling. So you can kind of see where all the big orders are. So this is something that I've been messing around now for the last day or so. As I learn how to use a platform, because I don't know how to use a platform. I've just messed with it a little bit. I'll definitely be teaching you guys how to use that as well. Whoa, we got a donation from Ada. What's up, Ada? Welcome back. Ada with a $10 dono. Thank you, Ada. I appreciate it. Ada always coming through. Leo says a VIP 10 out of 10. Thank you, Leo. Appreciate it. Usama, hi again from London. Love and peace. Definitely, man. I love it. Thank you, Ada. You're the best. You're always coming in here, dropping the donations. I appreciate it. Monica from Argentina. How you doing, Monica? Alrighty, guys. So let's take a look at Ethereum here. As you guys can see, we finally got the breakthrough on Ethereum. Did you guys watch Monday's video? Remember on Monday's video, if you go back to videos, we literally made a video about this move up this week. The title was Ethereum Next Leg Up. So, and that's exactly what happened. Now, how did we know this was going to happen? I mean, we didn't know it was going to happen, but we took clues from what was going on in the market. The main thing being the Bitcoin dominance was dropping. As Bitcoin dominance was dropping, Bitcoin's price also dropped a bit. So while that happened, Ethereum remained pretty strong. So that gave us a hint that there's possibly time and there's a possible scenario for Ethereum to finally move up. So our level that we've been watching is, of course, $3,500. $3,500 is a Fibonacci level, retracement level from its previous all-time high. So that's how we came up with that level, right? That's a level here. And if you look back in history, you'll see that we had a lot of price action there and we had some price action there. So it's definitely a point of interest, right? Then if you want to confirm that even further, you could pull this up that we like to pull up to use. And you can see that right around that 3,500, right after we get through it, the activity just drops off. So what does that mean when the activity drops off? Well, the same thing that happened here. Look at this one. When there was a gap here, what happened with the price? The price shot straight through, right? We broke through here and we literally just shot straight up. So we were expecting something similar here when the price finally got over that 3,500 Fibonacci level, 3,500 psychological number. There was a gap. So we expected a move up until the volume started coming back in. So you'll notice volume is coming back in now. It starts coming back in right here. And what price is that? That's 3,800. So that's going to be the first minor resistance before we get to $4,000, which is going to be our main target here above 3,500. We definitely believe that we see $4,000 soon. And look at this. Once we get across 4,000, look at the drop off again in activity, meaning that we're probably going to hit a new all-time high once we get above 4,000. So above 4,000, I'm expecting to possibly retest this previous all-time high and possibly set up a new all-time high. I don't know when, but definitely soon. So that's currently what we're watching here. And that's how we got to these conclusions. Remember, we want to use all the tools that are available to us to try to piece the story together. The price action is telling us a story, right? So that's why we're price action traders. Price action is the price action is what writes the story. Now you have to find the tools to kind of decode it and see, if multiple tools are telling the same story, that gives you the highest probability to be on the right side of that trade. So that's basically how we've got to those decisions. That's why our target right now is $4,000, and we believe if we break above 4,000, which is going to be, of course, a psychological level as well, we'll definitely be reaching the top of this range, which is the previous all-time high. Damn, I forgot to get water today. So I'm just dry mouthing it. Checking on my stocks real quick. Because the mark is just green. Everything's gone down a bit. But the market, everything was back at all-time highs a little bit earlier. All right, guys, we got 36 people in here, 23 likes. So make sure to smash that like button if you guys have not done so yet. And if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, guys. We're almost at 11,000 subscribers. Look at this, guys. We're at 10.6. I think we're around 10,670 something. So we're about 330 subscribers away from 11,000 subscribers, which will be a new all-time high for us. So yeah, do you guys have any questions about Bitcoin or Ethereum? I think we pretty much covered everything on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Carlos, I am from South Florida. Milan, how long did it take you to become a profitable trader? I would say about 2 years of trading. Am I investing in NFTs? So I haven't really got too much into the NFT market. I've done a little bit of messing around with it and investing, but I definitely have not got in a lot like with it. Like I haven't put, any big amounts of money. I have seen a lot of people making some crazy amounts of money in the NFT space, especially in August. That it's been blowing up, but it all comes back to like I don't know enough about that for me to really put my money into it like that. So if I don't know enough about the space and how the value appreciates and all that, I'm not trying to risk too much money in that. I stick to my guns, which is trading and scalping, which is where I'm successful. So, but maybe I might look into it a bit more. I just gotta spend some time. I need to find the time to dedicate to it to really dive into it. Yeah, I definitely have that Miami accent. 305. Appreciate it, Carlos. Thank you, man. Milan, yeah, it's pretty normal because the most difficult thing to learn in trading is discipline. I would say probably discipline and to have that experience, right? So without the experience, you're not gonna have the discipline, and without the discipline, you can't be profitable. It's just not possible. So if you're new to trading, there's definitely like you have to put a lot of time into it. It's not a get rich quick thing. You're not gonna get rich overnight. You're not gonna make a bunch of money fast. It doesn't work like that. It's going to take time, and you have to build up your capital. And as you build up your capital and you're more successful, you build up your capital, then you're gonna make more money because your position sizes are gonna be larger. So now potentially you can make more money. But the issue is people want to make money fast, so they don't practice proper risk management. They risk too much, and they end up, most people, I would say over 80% of people probably end up blowing up their account trying to get rich too fast. So that's the issue that happens when you get into trading. Anyone could get into trading and have a good month. Like there's people that have come into the space with $1,000, turned it into $10,000, and then within the next month they lost $10,000, because the only way you're gonna turn $1,000 into $10,000 in a month is if you're gambling. Really, you're taking huge positions, way bigger than you should be taking. If you're over leveraging yourself, that's the only way, really. So that's the issue with it. People are not happy with making $10, $50, $100 on a trade. They want to make $1,000, $2,000. So they take very, very big position sizes. So what happens when you take a big position size? You're gonna take big losses that are a big part of your capital. So if I have $1,000 and I lose $500, that's 50% of my trading capital, right? If versus if I have $100,000 and I lose $500 is nothing if your capital is 100,000. And then the next thing is, just because you have a lot of money to throw at things doesn't mean you should be throwing a lot of money at things. That's another thing that people misunderstand in the space. If you can't manage $1,000, if you're not profitable with $1,000 portfolio, like in trading capital, you're not, just because you put more money in doesn't mean you're going to be more profitable. You're going to lose more money. So if you can't be profitable with $1,000, you can't be profitable with $1 million, because you don't understand the game. You don't know how to do it properly. So that's that. It's like I said, it's something, some people pick it up faster than others. um don't be ashamed of how long it might take you. It took me, like I said, it took me between 1 to 2 years to really get it down. And still to this day, I make mistakes, and I make stupid mistakes that I know they're mistakes, and I still make them sometimes, because at the end of the day, we're all human. But the idea is to manage your risk properly, so that when you make those mistakes, they're a very small portion of your portfolio overall. So you live to see another day, right? So I hope that I didn't want to discourage you, but I don't want you to come in thinking, that it's so easy, anyone could do it. Which, I mean, anyone can do it, but it takes time. What's going on, Paul from the UK? Awesome to see you in here again, man. I appreciate you. I know I see you tuning in all the time. Paul says, uh, you're on point on multiple tools. Oh, your point on multiple tools giving the same answer is spot on. I always look for 3 confirmations at least on any move. Yeah, definitely. You always want to be looking for confirmations between different tools, and you want to see that all these different tools are giving the same story and telling the same story. Someone just disliked the video. That's fine. Hey, I can't make everyone happy. That's one thing that I learned early on. I'm not trying to make everyone happy. Isn't there a saying, if you want to make everyone happy, sell ice cream or something like that? Yeah, I'm not an ice cream seller. Paola, yes. So, the thing with the bot right now, the bot is pretty much ready to go. Especially during these market conditions, it works very well. The issue is the infrastructure around it, to get people in and out of the bot, has to be set up. I've had someone working on it for the past few months, and this past month, they haven't finished it yet, and we're so close too, but they have not yet finished it. And they haven't been replying to me, like in August. Basically, I didn't get a reply from them at all. So if in the next couple weeks I can't get a reply, I'm gonna have to find someone to start over with the infrastructure for the bot. It's not to create the bot; it's the infrastructure, getting people in and out of the bot. So that's what's going on with that right now. I was hoping to have it done by now, but unfortunately, some people just aren't reliable, you know. Um, I've been trying to get it done with this person because I've already paid them like half. I've given them like half the payment on the bot. Um, but I might just have to start over. So we'll see what happens there. Yes, definitely. Definitely, Carlos. Carlos says time, effort, discipline, and perseverance. Process over profits. Yeah. And one thing that I always tell people, and I say it in my channel all the time, learn. You have to learn before you earn. You can't do it backwards. Don't and the only place that you earn before you learn is in a dictionary, right? So you gotta learn before you earn, guys. Process over profits. Damn. Damn John. I'm not sure how to say your name, but he said started in May with $2,000 during the bear run and lost half. Now I switched to Bybit and using your tips, and I made $20,000 this month. That's crazy, man. Congrats. I'm glad I was able to help you make back your money and make even more profits. So that's awesome, dude. Justin, what it do, baby? What's going on, man? No problem, Milan. I'm glad I was able to help. Chico, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. You're doing great. Your channel will blow up soon along with Ethereum. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trying to get like Bitcoin at 50,000. So soon we'll be up there at 50,000, and hopefully by the time Bitcoin hits 100,000, the channel will also hit 100,000. So that's the goal. That's always the goal, right? All right, guys. So we've been live now for almost an hour, for 54 minutes. We have 35 people in here, but only 34 likes. We need some more likes, guys. We're missing one like. So make sure, if you guys haven't liked the video yet, to like the video. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to subscribe, as we're on the path to 11,000 subscribers. Um, Hopefully by the end of this year, we could hit like 15 to 20,000. That'll be a really cool milestone for us to hit. Um, Let me see. The end of the bull run target. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just a guess. Any number I say would be a guess. The only number I've thrown around is 100,000, and I think that we definitely need a couple scenarios to and a couple things to fall into place for us to get to that level. So for Bitcoin to hit 100, I think that we need, first of all, Tesla to start accepting Bitcoin again. And not that Tesla really has a big effect on Bitcoin, but when they announced it, back when they did announce it, we had a huge move up. I think it was kind of around this time right here. And when they announced that they were no longer accepting it, we had a huge drop. So it's definitely going to affect the market in a bullish way once they start accepting Bitcoin once again. I think, like, for example, if we're sitting at like $50,000 and they announce that, we could easily run up to possibly back up to like 60,000 or something, right? And possibly retest the previous all-time high, maybe even set a new all-time high. Then if then after that we need, what I was saying, one more thing that would kind of another catalyst. So I'm thinking like one of the big tech companies to either start accepting Bitcoin as payment, put it on their balance sheet, or some form or another of incorporating it into their ecosystem. So I'm talking about companies like Apple, companies like Amazon, companies like Google. If they start accepting it, putting it on their balance sheets. Maybe Apple starts creating a wallet. Any of these things, right? I think that's the second catalyst that would take us up to $100,000 by the end of this year. Now, even without those two things, there's still the possibility for us to get there. And that would be in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is usually when Bitcoin likes to blow up. So I think that even if we don't get those two catalysts, and we finally break above 50 and we can stay within this range going into October, I think that we definitely have a shot at 100 here because in the fourth quarter is when Bitcoin loves to blow up. That's last year. That's when it blew up. In 2017, that's when Bitcoin peaked. It hit its all-time high, right? So I definitely think the fourth quarter is going to be big for Bitcoin this year. As far as the end of year target, I mean, it's hard to really put a number on it, but I like the 100,000 as a big round number. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. Ada, did you watch the Bybit tutorial? I made a new one recently. If you haven't watched it, so I have multiple tutorials, I believe. Let me see, trading tutorials. If you go to trading tutorials, well, actually, if you just go to videos, we have one we did recently here 4 weeks ago. Bybit tutorial for beginners, so you can check that one out. And we have like the older one here, so you can check these out as well. So I would recommend watching those, to make sure that you get caught up on it. And then if you have any questions about anything, drop it in the comments on those videos and I'll answer them for you. Or you could always send me a message as well on, if you're in my Discord, you can message me on Discord. If you're on Instagram, send me a DM there. Appreciate the likes, guys. Up to 38 likes. Sing, what's going on, man? Yeah, I haven't seen you on here in a long time. How you doing? Hope everything's great. Juan Carlos, what's going on, man? Honestly, man, I'm not invested in it, so I have not even looked at it. I haven't done enough research to be able to answer that as far as do I think it's a good protocol or not. I don't have any money in it. I haven't really done much research on it, so I can't really answer that because I would just be giving you a random answer, right? I don't like to answer if I don't have enough knowledge on the subject or on the project. If I haven't looked enough into it. Right now, all altcoins seem to be running and wanting to run. So, it's definitely good to be in the altcoin market right now with a portion of your portfolio. Danny, so you see only way up for ETH on a week, for example? I mean, no, I don't see only for it only going up. There's a big probability that it goes up, but there's also a chance that we come back down to 3,500 to retest this area here before continuing up. Now, a lot of it is also going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin remains bullish throughout the month, then Ethereum should also remain bullish. If Bitcoin drops, or has a red month, we could see a pullback in Ethereum as well. I don't know if you can access it from India. I know that in the US, you can't access it. But of course, there's always workarounds. We use a VPN, or I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but we get around it, or the people that we know that use it not us. The people that we know that use it get around it using VPNs. Awesome. I'm glad you're good, man. Oh, look, there you go. Singh says that, yes, you can access it in India. Alrighty, guys. So we've officially been live for over an hour with 36 of you lovely, lovely folks in here. I think we've pretty much covered everything we wanted to talk about today. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. Make sure to smash the like button on the video if you forgot to do so. I forgive you. It's okay. If you did not like the video and you want to hit the dislike, make sure to hit it twice so that I see it come up. If you don't dislike it twice, I don't see it. So make sure to, if you don't like the video, to dislike it twice. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will be doing another video. I'll be doing another analysis on Friday. Tomorrow, I've been wanting to do a tutorial that I might do tomorrow. So I might be doing that depending on, you know, what happens throughout the day. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think that is pretty much it for today and for today's live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in and being in here. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, that's a great tip about the dislike. I know. Appreciate you guys being in here. I will be live again on Wednesday. You guys know I'm live every Wednesday. Thank you guys again. I'll see you on the next one. As always, guys, peace and love.